Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I can't even begin to explain how unbelievably hype and just emotional I am over this. We finally have the two main characters back in Hunter x Hunter, Gon and Killua. This has been such a long journey, and we never thought we would ever see them back in the story. This is unbelievable, and Hunter x Hunter just got a huge upgrade, in my opinion, right? Because previously it was just a bunch of exposition and setting up stuff, and with this now, we're heading in a total different direction that I did not think we were going in. Togashi really threw us through a loop here because I did not expect this. I always had hope that we would see Gon and Killua again in the story, but under different circumstances. I did not think this huge plot twist about Wobble would lead to Gon and Killua being reintroduced into the story. So let's get straight into chapter 414. It was a really great chapter. We got so much from this one chapter. We got stuff with Loserus, we got some stuff with Benjamin's guards, but I don't want to get into any of that today. But I do want to say right now, right, I want to give a huge shout out to Light Yagami Jr., aka Karapika. Because Karapika is so good at breaking down the situation and analyzing every single possible outcome before anything even has happened yet. He's so good, like his detective skills, I don't know where he learned this from. Maybe it was from all the, bodyguard missions he was doing while we were out fighting ants.
The only good bug is a dead bug.
But Karapika has really bumped himself up to one of the smartest characters in anime, period. Because all the analyzing that Karapika does in this chapter really gives them such a huge advantage and really helps them figure out this big problem going on with Wobble. And I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of easier for me to understand. Usually it's so much information, it's like, where are we going with this? But it was kind of basically explaining the whole entire situation with Prince Wobble and how things could possibly go down, right? So, to give my understanding of things, Beyond Netero is the main antagonist right now. He is the biggest problem for our side. And the only way that we could prevent Prince Wobble from dying to Beyond Netero's cursed children, right? Which we don't know which one of his children has the curse for Wobble to begin with, so we gotta track them down. And in the same breath, because Prince Wobble is unofficially in the Succession War or not officially in it, we're not too sure. That's what this whole chapter was talking about. We have to figure out how we can save Prince Wobble given the very sketchy and weird circumstances. And one of the ways we can do that is actually finding her and protecting her. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it's a Cacho situation. I don't think Prince Wobble is dead because that'd be stupid. Why would Togashi set all this up just for Prince Wobble to be dead, right? What I think is possible, though, is maybe she could get cursed somehow. And it's up to Gon and Killua to prevent that. It's up to Karapika on the boat to find the user and prevent that, right? There's definitely a way we can all collaborate together and knock this out of the park and officially stop the Succession War, because that is the core plan of Karapika here. Bill, which is a goat, and I know a lot of people are saying he's a traitor, but that's how this is, because this is speculation, speculation now.
What the hell are you talking about?
So every character, you're not sure if they're really, on our side or not. So it's very confusing, but I have a feeling Bill is really that boy. I feel like he's being very genuine and really wants to help us. He's been with us from the start, right? It would be a really crazy plot twist if he wasn't, though, right? So we'll see what happens with him, but right now it's us versus Beyond Netero on the Succession War, on the Black Whale right now, right? Now, as for Gon and Killua, right? There's one thing that a lot of people aren't fully understanding, right? A lot of people are saying, oh, this marks the end of Hunter x Hunter. Now Gon and Killua, they're reintroduced. They want to do a quick story arc with them so we can end this thing. No, that is not what it is at all, okay? Gon and Killua were always going to come back into the story, right? I know we didn't have hope, but I always thought that would be ridiculous, okay, if they never came back into the story, right? Obviously Togashi did give specific reasons, like, all right, Gon can't use Nen, Killua is finally free of his family, he's traveling with his sister, but there's no way we're going to continue the story without the main characters, right? And I was thinking after the whole Succession War, once they get to the Dark Continent, we could switch over to Gon and Killua and see what they're up to and see if they could come back somehow, right, to the Dark Continent. And somebody, I don't know who it was, I seen a comment that was genuinely the most smartest comment I've ever seen, just ever, and something that completely slipped my mind, right, is that there is a very fast way for Gon and Killua, Aluka, whoever they want to bring, to get to the Black Whale and the Dark Continent. And that is through Greed Island. They could easily go into Greed Island, get the cards they need, a company, right? And then the three of them could use that and go to Bisky or Hisoka. Easily, they can do that. And that would just be such a smart way, and to bring Greed Island up again, right? That would be so fire, Because my thing is, a lot of people are forgetting one of the main antagonists of Hunter x Hunter that we haven't even seen yet. And that is Gyro. And that's what I think is going to happen here. Because on the mainland right now, the greatest threat to everyone is Gyro himself. He is not a human. He does not care about his humanity. And now that there's a lot of people not there present on the mainland, the only real people we have that are still there, Gon, Killua, Kite, Zushi, which I want to get to him in a second, right? Those are the only people we really have, I'm pretty sure. Maybe some other random hunters from the hunter exam, like Satotes and Menchi, which it would be cool to see them fight or do anything. But that's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to skip over to them, and we're going to see Gon and Killua and Kakin. We're going to see them go against Gyro, maybe assemble their own little team, right? We have Killua with Aluka. Maybe he can go pick up Zushi, which we've seen in Last Mission that Zushi's older, and we never really got to see his Nen ability. And Zushi is such an underrated character that I would love to see come back into the story, that I really hope he comes back, right? But anyways, Gon could also have his travel team with Kite, right? Kite has his own little group of people. He has the koala, and we could have Kite go with them. Maybe Killua gets some people from the Zoldyck butlers, like Canary and Sabone's granddaughter. We'll see how that works, right? Maybe we could have the Hunter Association maybe hire some of the Zoldyck family members, like Silva or Zeno, to actually face off against Gyro. And that would be a really great beginning to the arc, I would say, right? But how I think it will go is there's one major paradox that we need to solve first, and that is Gon. Now, I don't think there's a possibility where Gon just doesn't have his Nen, because why is Kurapika... I mean, Gon's that boy, so you're going to bring him up. Gon's capable of protecting Wobble, but right now he's at a great disadvantage because he can't use Nen. So maybe he's already figured out a way to regain his Nen, We don't know. Maybe he was training with Wing. He called Master Wing up, and they did something. Maybe he asked Kite for some help. Maybe they tracked down Abengane, which he's going to be a major player in this arc for sure, because they need him to actually exercise the Nen curse that is on Prince Wobble. Now, I don't know how that's going to work with Abengane, because we need to figure out what happened to him after Crollo, but that would be just a cool little callback if he was brought back into the story for that reason. But I think it's going to be a very fun, cool arc that we see. Gon and Killua are back in the story. They're going to maybe face off against Gyro, because otherwise, what was he introduced into the story for, right? It's Gyro's perfect moment to finally attack, because, like I said, so many of the big powerhouses are out at sea right now. There's no Zodiacs. There's barely a Hunter Association. I would honestly bet my life that Killua is probably one of the strongest people on the mainland right now, right? Killua's got Godspeed. If Gon gets his Nen back and maybe gets a power amp, that would be really cool, and we'll get to see that. They could have like a Goku and Vegeta style fight against Gyro. I already brought that up in a video before. Please go check that out for more information. But yeah, I'm just so hyped for this. Please let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think about this? Do you think we're going to get Zushi back in the story? Do you think we're going to see Gon and Killua go on their own little side arc, right? And here's another just random piece of evidence that I have to give you, is in one of the pictures that Togashi posted on Twitter when he was giving an update on chapter 428. It was a picture of Kite that he drew on a whiteboard, and under that was a picture of one of the panels, and I even made a meme about it, but I'm 100% sure that that is Gon now, because it looks exactly like him. So we are going to be getting them again. We're going to see them. I don't know how it's going to work. What I think most likely is going to happen is we're going to get maybe 10 chapters of martial law, maybe 15, right? Chapters of martial law, and then we'll see Kurapika contact Gon and Killua somehow, either through the letters, to go find Queen Oito's sister and track down Wobble and protect her. Because these are the two most reliable people. Kurapika said, which it really made me emotional, I have comrades that I trust more than I trust myself. And that was just so poetic and beautiful. And just this panel right here, it just really makes you want to cry. The only thing that I do hate about it a little bit is, where on earth is our goat Leorio, right? But anyways, guys, comment down below. What do you think about Gon and Killua's reintroduction to the story? What do you think their plans are? What do you think's gonna happen? I would really like to have a great discussion with you guys in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed. As always, guys, it's been SJ Menge. Peace.